So here is the invitation for these human parts that may not have felt welcomed, invited to unravel, to unguard, to dismantle, and to just grieve the parts that feel lost, the great hurt of missed experience, of missing loved ones, or having something taken away, or having something violated, some innocent, natural jewel within you, to have that feel violated, wounded. So in the invitation, as these parts get to know that they don't need to protect you from your humanness, they can begin to relax or continue to relax in this wider holding, this deeper ground of okness, of welcoming, of breathing. Breathing yourself open without any pushing. No, just soft, very soft. It's a tender softness that gets to mingle with those parts that haven't felt safe to release. You can never push. There may be a little bit of an opening, and then there may be a squeeze. Let the squeeze happen. Breathe space all around. Remembering your okness. Remembering your ground. And let yourself feel wide. So much space in you to allow for anything to open in its own time. Now, I mentioned many things, like a menu of possibilities of what could be hiding out in your interior life. Coming out of the shadow of hiding. And this is a very tender, slow, kind process. In a way, it's very organic. Because everything in you is in alignment with this deeper ground of intelligence. The intelligence of the womb, of the mother, of where you have been birthed from as a seed of innocence. the original nature, the original seed of all beings is full on innocence. You could call that love, only love. And as that seed develops, at certain times there may be interruptions where a different message hooks on, lays itself over this innocence. So we return here to the ground of the womb and we allow the innocence, this delicate, tender force of love to shine through the layers that may have somehow received a different message. And this is the job of our dharma, of our practice. Of our meditation, to receive the nourishment from this deeper ground, so the birthright, the seed of innocence, of love, is continuously being remembered, being fortified. So it's really a ground up, and allowing that to pour itself in to the spaces, the parts that may still be hanging out, sometimes very fisted and tight, other times with shakiness, other times with a very burdensome kind of story. And we allow that to touch whatever part may be coming into the human play. Remembering that these parts have been serving and playing a very important role, trying to keep you safe. And from this deep, deep moment of okayness, you can let these parts come close. It's nice to work with one part at a time. So whether that be loss of a loved one, of a job, or so many things that are being removed from our ordinary play. Whatever that is, you let that come close. So you're right there at the door, right there in that okayness of you. And from that space of okayness, you say to that part, I have the door. I have your back. You can soften. You can open. You can let it all out. I'm here for you. However it comes out is all right with me. Whether it be shaking or tears or shouting or just deep, deep sadness pouring out. You let it come. You can't make it happen. You just be there at the door and invite. I'm here for you. And I'm okay. I got you on this one. I got you. Right there, like a hand on the back. An angel at the door. So numbness can open. Feel that. Wounding can open. Any sense of being violated can be felt. So that place can return to its innocence. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. And whatever part is showing up, you listen and feel and let it know what it needs to know. You're okay now. I got you. In this moment, everything is okay. We're not going into the future. Anytime we go into the future, then the mind is taking over. This unraveling happens in the body, not in the mind. So if the mind comes on board, you simply notice with that concern, will I be okay? Then you go to the okayness of now. In this moment, all is good. I'm not talking about tomorrow or next year. That doesn't matter. It's right now. Everything has another side to it. And what we get to learn is how to honor both and live in the middle, in this deep moment of okayness. So you keep checking back here, and then you may get pulled into a place that is releasing. Let that happen. You can come back again into the okayness of the moment. Yeah, and then you feel a pop happen someplace else in the body, emotional, psychic system. Let that pop. And then savor the spaciousness of what remains. More space. And feel how naturally, as more space opens, the spine lifts itself on top of itself. So much more space between the vertebrae, lifting the breastbone. Oh, and the heart can feel so much more open, unguarded. And if there's a place there that's still guarding, let that be okay. We don't do this all at once. It's a process. Honor that. And feel the relaxation in the shoulders. The lightness of you. And any part that may not feel light may still feel it's hiding, tucked away. Wonderful that you can sense and see that. Wonderful. See how intelligent your body system is. So you honor that part. It will open. The more that this environment, this fertile ground of holding is created, is cultivated, is filled out with the passion of being human. It's a passionate unfolding, this humanness. Not separate one iota from the divinity in which you were born. So let yourself feel that same passion for your humanness as you do for all divinity in all the different ways it's been expressed in life to you. Own it. Own it. This is you. The divinity, the goddess, the god, whatever you want to call it, consciousness is never outside of you. Own your home here. And then your humanness can be honored in the very same way, not separate. Otherwise, we're just playing half the game, but here we're being asked to enter full on, full play. Nothing gets to be left out. This is unity, unification of the sacred and the human, all sacred. And when we get this in our bones and in our blood, every fiber of our being, there is not a possibility for an old remnant of confusion, of violation, of pain, of loss to hang out. It's then given full permission to take its time, to unravel in a way that feels honorable, dignified, and safe. So it is up to us each day to give space, to anchor and ground in the fertileness of you, your original nature, birthed from the womb of all beings, not separate, just here, coming into this individual form to know itself fully. Fullness of this human existence, the okayness of all parts human. The deliciousness of all parts human. The integration of all parts human. Grounded here